and slowly Volda and MSL will head that direction as well. That indicates to me with Bomb in their possession that they want to go toward B. That kill on Fallen will certainly confirm those intentions, or at least reaffirm them, because they set at the ready for execution. 2 smokes to be deployed. Spools and CT, those are your standard. Will that be the case? Certainly will. Leaves Fur inside of the site, needs to hit perfect shots, finds one. Able to reset his aim, but can't hit the second quite so swiftly. Config's able to put him down. Phelps will respond and dissolve back inside of the smoke to allow for a retake rotation from the A site, but it allows the bomb plant in doing so, and a 3-3 with post-plant positions established. Boost up. Phelps, smoke's gone. They're gonna boost, they've got to do it now because he's got to be in position with the other player out of sight, out of vision, otherwise they're both sitting ducks, and Volda does take down Phelps easily enough. They're still in it with a shout as Cold and Taco both have armor and some information as to where they're playing. It's pretty standard setup, to be fair. One out toward Banana for the immediate defuse situation, the last second chance, and then the crossfire set from both Emo and Nubox, and that's where it's going to end as Config gets the shot on Taco.
Good round from North there. Default at the very start, waiting for that CT aggression to come through. Finishing up towards B, we did say they had 2 smokes there. Didn't anticipate the rush, considering they didn't have the HE grenade to stop any CT pushes at the start. Back towards B, smoking core, smoking city spawn, getting in there, finding the frags. There was Config with 2, and Valder and AZ to chime in as well. Looking quite confident there. We're going to run for 2 here, of course, in Warby North with 1 AK-47 and 4 UMPs. In terms of the force buy, quite, I guess, a conservative approach from SK Gaming. They don't go all in here. Phelps, Fallen, and Fur without any sort of armor. Cold, Zero, and Taco are all in with their CZs, but not much to work with here on the CT side in terms of grenades and firepower ready. Fallen just to the PG-15, no armor, so he'll be aiming for that AWP nice and early on. But North for now, all the same. They've got full banana control here. MSL and AZ towards outside of the map, smoking off towards CD spawn as well. Just trying to walk in and try and find the first pick. Spotting a deagle towards Coffins. I'll fall back for now, and the bomb's still down in second middle. They might be grouping up towards banana here. Deciding to fall back here. Trying to get that first pick. That would be ideal. They know Phelps now on an HP after Config peppers in with the AK. And headshots that one.
Decently as well with the AK-47. Phelps falls inside of the pit. SMG and 1 AK. North, by the way, has won 4 out of 5 pistols. They were ecoed in the first game. The last game on Train, they won them both cleanly. Made things a lot easier for them, obviously. Volda and Cajun B look like an eco is the last thing on their mind in this round. Seems to be the case. Fallen and Fur will sit for exits. PG-50 and Deagle, we've seen this before. They did the same thing on the first pistol, rather, excuse me, the second round after the pistol on Cobblestone as well. So they're at least thinking long term. Any small advantage. They know there's SMGs up as well, so no need to just run in and give away money. Yeah, that's true. It's $600 for every kill the SMGs get. So might as well deny that. Don't allow the terrorist bank accounts to swell here. Save the Deagle, the PG-50. At least it's a decent sidearm. And into the next round, we're better than just a default USP. Bardo, though, trying to shut that down as he goes towards the ruins. Finds one, and the second as well. Oh, we got it. The last couple of milliseconds there, he gets it. And that will be the clean sweep. And lots of money farmed for him. And they can stay on their SMGs this round, knowing they're up against the full eco of SK. And that's going to be all 5 players surviving there for North. Fantastic start here on the T side of Inferno. Very similar to what we saw on Train in terms of their T side start there. Getting great pistol, then a nice anti-eco in the second, and then a clean run at it in the third. So we'll see if they can convert this to a victory now. Should be almost a lock-in. City said, I think we've got all 5 players towards B. Well, not quite. Yeah, cool. There he is. He just did that to throw you off. Yeah, well, it really worked. That's why you're not an in-game leader, Hank. No. Missed calls all over the place. Well, they're going to push the 4 men out toward Banana. They'll get 1 kill for it. MSL goes down. They want the gun by which he dropped to try and do further damage and just run around the corner with it, but they won't get that far. It's held by Cajun B. And all those kills on B means that even if it's a stack, they don't need to worry because they'll just go in toward the B site with bomb anyway, and Valda is able to find yet another kill, take down the, 5th player to get the 3rd round for North. So 3-0 start. We go into guns. Falling goes immediately onto the AWP. Of course he will. Didn't have the best showing on Train. He's on 0-3 right now, but
Inferno is another map that lends itself to aggressive CT AWPers. They can rotate around the map, middle, arch, banana, apartments, boiler room. They can do all sorts here and try and find the opening frags. But this is definitely a bonus round from North. They'll be keeping things fast and try to group up together. They go straight towards middle here, pushing the CTs back, but they find the first frag as well. Looking very good for the Danish side. Bowder coming out of the apartments as well. coldzera trying to fight back the best he can. He finds 2 frags, somehow gets 3. How has he done that from that position? And now he gives them a lifeline here. SK in the 2-on-2 as the bomb goes down.
Not bad for Cold, and the foot shows. Cajun's able to get Fur back, though. Bomb not planted, as you mentioned. Fallen has to do it all to make this work. Cold's efforts were all they had. WP as well. No kits. Bomb inside of the site now is going to be planted. Kit may not be a factor that he's this close, but it certainly puts a bit of pressure on him to find the shots and allows North to play longer and slower in each individual battle and peak. 1 in the pit, 1 on the box, by which Cold found the opening kills. That's going to be hard for Fallen to find both because he pretty much walks into a 180 crossfire angle, and Vald is able to get a quick kill. 4-0 North. They're looking good all of a sudden in this series.
That's the perfect call. Those are my favorite sort of first gun rounds there. When you get the 3-0, you've got SMGs up as well. You know the CT's forced one to that second round. You keep things fast. Let's enjoy this play from coldzera. I don't know how he got so many kills from there, but to be fair, they did go at him 1 by 1. But round recovered. No harm, no foul. The money's still fantastic here. Has to be an eco from SK Gaming. Just get up towards middle. That's what North did. Couple of basic smokes, 5-man unit, trading out frags, get the first 2. It was Config looking great once again. He was amazing on train and continues that form on Inferno here. Deagles, a CZ and a P250. That's all SK have to work with, and they lose the first 2 frags. MSL going to town as he finds 2 at the banana area. 5-on-3, don't need to overcommit here. Calm down. Phelps, he's in CT spawn, where the B site is officially open for business here. North could just walk in, but they're biding their time. Want to check every single angle here. MSL goes in first. AK in hand, looks towards first oranges, but doesn't see anything just yet. Another smoke towards CD spawn, and this round is just guaranteed at this point. Nothing that SK can do to win this one. Open sight, very well done. Bomb will be planted, no kits, no nades, no weaponry. 5-0 for North.
Yeah, on T side, Inferno.
Yeah, indeed. Maximum loss bonus for SK next round. So they can bring out double orbs if they require. I don't think they'll do that straight away. Maybe it's like, maybe they will, considering they're 5-0 down. And you're usually bringing out the double orb setup when things get a bit desperate for you. And you feel like you need something to get yourself back into it. They haven't really had a full gun round as of yet. So we'll see whether they can get into a next round. But the money must be spiraling out of control for North right now. Cajun beat 9 grand after not even getting the win bonus yet. Bomb going off means you get $3,500 per player. On the T side, we'll have a look where they sit now. So yeah, $12,000 for Cajun B, 10K for AZ, 11 for Bowder. You get the point, they've got a lot of money here. And the double orb setup does come out. This time coldzera and Fallen. Usually you have 1 player at banana, 1 towards top and middle. Banana guy, the objective there is to be set up and left there by himself, so you can hold that car or barrel position, as it's now called, and allow 4 players to be on the A site. We'll see if that comes into fruition. That'll be the objective at least. Maybe not so much in this round. They're not really in a fantastic spot as of yet, but coldzera, he's towards middle for now. And Fallen will indeed be left alone at B. You can see falling back and having 4 players on the A-bomb site.
Fallen wants desperately to get the opening pick. As you mentioned, being 5-0 down, desperate times, they go double op.
Yeah.
Fallen falls back as he gets flashed off the angle. Didn't quite catch him, to be fair, but let's get back off of it. Config again, and Boiler didn't quite see that Taco was that close, and Taco spotted him jumping back, so perhaps his eyes were glanced upon either the radar or a teammate screen. Didn't see it either way. Gives them the 1-0 start they need in the round, the early pick, and funnels them back over toward B. That's going to be a rotation from Fur as a result of it to make sure that Fallen isn't left alone and caught off. He's good for 1, surely on the op this time. Counter flash will slow them again. 49 seconds, lots of time still to work with on the north side. And the utility starts to dwindle further as they throw out what is the last smoke on the CT side. In fact, 2 of them to cover off the entrance. They're going to go anyway. They've got CT and they've got spools covered. Fallen on the op will have to jump high above this coffin or go through directly through to find AZ. That'll put attention onto him. This could bring Phelps back in with Vertigo for the crossfire, but they don't detect that MSL's gone through so cleanly. As a result, Phelps can't find his angle. Does manage to open up a gap. Now he's got a downfall to find in the sight. Good work from Phelps considering he lost his bait.
Yeah, he's been really good so far in this series. The third map now. Another 3K for him, pushing from CT spawn. Looked very calm and calculated there as he found the 3 final kills. Bomb does get planted for North. The money will be in a fantastic spot still going forward into round number 7. But 4 players surviving for SK, keeping those double orbs up as well. Should be absolutely fine. And we'll have a look as to the buy coming in from North now. I presume they pick up the AWP once again. It will indeed come out for Cajun B. Need to be careful here. Sure, you keep 4 players alive, but still 2 of them down to $0 on the SK side. That'll be Phelps and Fur. We'll lose this round, $1,400 a player. Probably much have to eco either way. So, Fallen once again heading towards B, and coldzera makes his way towards the quad side, and we'll see whether he can get anything done. Not going for those opening picks just yet. They're not really established enough to start taking those sort of risks. Flashbangs in towards B, but oh my god, the double nade lands in the faces of the CTs there, both down to 50 points of health. That's lovely from North.
Yeah, it's not exactly great for the SK side though, is it, if you're looking for them to replicate the success of the previous round. Fallen again, playing from a similar angle, firing into that broken wall. They're going to know his position. They're going to know he's on that corner. They've already naded it once. He's not going to go immediately into the corner for obvious reason as well, knowing that that line is quite commonly sought after from the AWP on the CT side. He's slightly open to an angle where there's 3 players showing, has the shadow, has the pre-fire, but that pulls him back into the grasps of Fallen as he sinks the clutches in and gets the opening pick for the 2nd round in a row on SK's side. Yeah,
looking good now, Fallen. He's established a B as well. They'll leave him there by himself, and it looks like North will be fully committing to the A side of the map. The bomb in the apartments as well. This is the smoke. That's how it should be thrown. That goes in towards the arch itself. We did see that get thrown horribly yesterday, but this is looking much better now. MSL to find the first frag, nails it as well. Takes down Phelps, and the flank comes through from Fur. Can't land any of the bullets, and Taco now, he has to fight back, but he's got coldzera with him with a close-range AWP. It's going to be a 2-on-2 situation with 20 seconds remaining. This kill pretty much decides it. coldzera can't hit it just yet.
He's gone to the pistol, pulls it back out. Still being sought after by Volda. Can't get the no-scope in time. 16 seconds, bomb in Volda's hands. He'll fake the plant out and get in a position to catch Fallen on entry, but his patience prevails, and they just barely pull the round off.
Very close indeed, but there it is. 2 rounds in a row for SK. Fallen to get the first and the last frag there. MSL doing a good job to actually get those frags fully blind as they're wrapping around the site there. 10 seconds remaining. Volda goes for the fake plant. Fallen took the bait, but still nails the shot.
2nd time we've seen Fur fail on a flank, by the way. The first time MP9 was not really excusable, but understandable. This time, shot and then turned too soon before actually killing his intended target. It cost him the round in itself. And he walked out from Arch. Volda, again with Config, is going to try and take over the apartments early, so that seems to be the default for North. It's to establish apartments control fast enough that it pushes the CTs back inside of A and makes them think twice about rotations to B early. This time they're just going to go straight in, straight contact. They line up though. It's actually a team kill, but call it 2 for Taco as Config takes down Cajun. It's still the man advantage to work with. Smoke, gap, covered off. 2nd smoke to make sure that Fallen has absolutely nothing to fire at.
Yeah, this is really challenging for him now. It looks like they'll be saving already. Fur is gone towards T-spawn, so Fallen stuck in a horrible position here, trying to find any frags he can. Another fast-paced round this time from North. Looking like they'll be converting this one. Fallen does find 1 frag on MSL, but doesn't really have the justification now to go for it, considering his teammates so far away. North strike back there. Back towards that A site, as we've had so much success getting decent mid-control. They've been struggling heading towards B since Fallen got the AWP. He seems to find that opening kill every single time. Stay as a 5-man unit, get up middle, drop the basic smokes and flashbangs, and allow Config and Co to find the frags. This time AZ, MSL, and Config chiming in the frags, and will be Fallen and Fur to save their weaponry. Oh, but man, it's such a horrible situation for them. 6-2 down. Sure, he's saving M4 and an AWP. He forced into this? It sounds like they are. And everything being brought up, so UMPs, I think 3 of those, and then the M4 and the AWP coming out. Fallen, a lot of pressure on his shoulders this time. Can't really afford to be passive here. He might go for the Fallen boost. We all know and love is on the corner of the banana bomb site. Indeed, it does come through. Right on the corner, and He'll stand on his teammate's head and look for anyone crossing over, but oh, he pulls out the smoke just at the wrong time there. Flashbang comes through, wants to pick, but he stands in fire. Can't hit the shot as well, punished by MSL. Shorty's double frag comes through, but Fur still alive, 24 points of health.
4 points. Nothing like a good old 2-4, but unfortunately he's drank them all. As he starts to walk in, that's not really what he was hoping for, I don't think. He was firing through the smoke, and as he strafed over, oh, guess what? Phelps is directly in my way. Upper will clear that, get him out of my sight. And it punishes SK further because they're going to get down 7-2 now. So North again are the team in the lead despite a very slow start in this series. SK need to dig deep. We didn't expect that as well. We talked about the player change, the lack of time to practice it. Valda was very slow in the first game, it has to be said, but he's at the top of the leaderboard again in this one at 9 kills. It's Config that led the way in the last map, so if he's going to step in and be one of the duo as Magisk and Config, sometimes we're not often together, but
yeah,
that's the way to do it.
Well, that was the force bite. Didn't really work out for SK there. They'll save the CZ out of UMP, and the financial turmoil starts to set in. 7-2 the overall score up north. Looking great here. There's AZ with that shot towards CD spawn as well. You're right, he's shooting in towards CD spawn to stop anyone crossing over from the actual spawn area itself, but ends up getting a free frag there, just adjusts in time. UMP for Taco, Cold Zero with the CZ, the head armor, but not going to do them much good against his AKs. Small bang damage being attempted at this point, not really working out for Config there, no one on the other side. So, D4 pistols to 3 of the SK Gaming members. Not really much you can do here in terms of the setup towards B. It's fallen a fur with nothing at all to work with there. Config, he gets the first kill. That's one of the weapons saved in the previous round, and the armor.
Taco's going to try and push back into what has been Config's territory. Inside a boiler. Oh, he nearly got the chance to catch him looking the wrong direction down the hallway. The timing slightly off gives Config the shot onto Taco. The SMG gone, so 8-2 North. T-side victory already established, accomplished, attained. Pick a word.
All of them work.
Thank you. Just showing that there's variety in word.
Yep.
On Inferno, though, for North. That's big. Actually, Big's not here.
They're not, actually. But SK now, they've lost the half on the CT side. Don't have an abundance of cash to work with here. There's the first shot from Config. He's been pretty remarkable, I have to say, in the last few weeks for North. Seems ready for the new season. It's not officially a new season, but that's what everyone's calling it.
Well, there is a new Pro League season, so officially there is a new season in that way. But it is, after the player break, like we said. It's about the closest thing we get.
Yeah.
Christmas break and the player break.
2 UMPs, 3 and 4s, no fallen AWP. This could be problematic. Another fast round towards middle. That very basic approach for Cold Zero. This time ready for it. Finds the frag on AZ. Taka now in towards the pit. Has to hold off 3 players towards that quad side. But got back from Cold Zero as well. Good crossfire set up here, but can't land the shots just yet. Cold Zero runs out of ammo as well. Pulls out the USP, but can't land anything with that either. It's all falling apart here for SK. Just Fallen remaining now. 3 versus 1. But there it is, the final shot from no other than Config. Lovely work. 9-2 overall. And money in the bin once again for the Brazilian side. They're having a really rough go in the last couple of maps there. They look so good on cobblestone.
Yep.
Now
very
it's
good.
North fully in the driving seat here. And everyone's fragging as well. MSL, 11 frags. Same story for Boulder as well. Config, 10. Everyone's just joining in. And
it's not flashy. I haven't seen anything that blows my mind from North. There's nothing flashy or overly creative. It's just simply winning the duels. I will say I like the default. Getting Config into Boiler every single time has seemed to be a bit of a menacing problem for SK. They've very rarely established any control of that position. And I talked about what that does. We talked about getting Banana early on a CT side, and then you can sort of rotate back to A. But going the other way of that, if you want to get information to get a third player to rotate back over to B early, you kind of have to have more information toward top middle, and they're not getting that.
Yeah. Well, for now, CZs, Deagles, another desperate eco for SK. We do have Fallen on the scout. He's towards Coffins for now. Gets a tag in on MSL, but all that really does is give away his position, or does it? Because AZ from the cubby hole manages to take him down there. 5-on-4 now. Lovely shot by AZ. 1 player on the B side. That's fair. He lies in wait, flashbang in hand, hoping to do something with this round. Drops the flashbang, doesn't really do that much, and AZ gets the second frag of the round, and the third as well. Lovely work there by the young Dane. 5 on 2, coldzera and Taco. An impossible situation.
Impossible is nothing. Isn't that like an old Nike slogan or something?
Not that I'm aware of.
Adidas?
Possibly.
Okay. Don't they sponsor North?
Adidas, yes.
Adidas. Sorry, I forgot. That's how you say it.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Adidas. Aluminium. That's actually how it's spelled, so I'll give you that one.
Aluminum.
No. Taco, 1 versus 5.
Yeah, I don't think you can win this one, fortunately. Double digits for North. This could be a swift finish in the third map here. SK, they can probably buy into the next round. They'll take a pause. They've got about 5k per player. Timeout by Fallen. They need the 10-5 here. What I've seen so far, it's not really working out for them. Fur, 3 kills, 11 deaths. Similar story as well for Phelps. 5 for him, 10 deaths. And here's the shot from AZ, I'd imagine. Yep, take down Fallen. Got 3 in that round, looking very good indeed. Third was pretty spectacular. Double orb once again. And from what I've seen so far, it's been MSL just calling a really basic game. Nothing too flashy, no spawn splits or fakes coming through. Just has the objective and sticking to it. Config hitting the shots and that mid approach as well. Pushing through the smoke in middle with a flashbang. Smoking towards library. Flashing through, pincering from the apartments area. Hitting the shot required, and it's SK. They look a little bit weak here, I have to say. Falling with 5 kills. Started off very strong, but after that, hasn't really done too much for him. He was very quiet on train. Cobblestone is so good for them. This looks like a very fast banana approach. All 5 players just rushing in. Map, but Fallen gets 1. Taken down for the decent flashbang, but they don't commit. They could fall back here, but looking for the frag. As North come through, Orange config to hit it.
Yeah, Orange is 2 is a very tough position to play. Yeah, exactly that. It's such a wide, broad angle that you have to peek from, and config, is able to back himself all the way to water and control the peak. So no chance that Fur was ever going to get out. New box, at least you can somewhat control the angle as they walk in. Not much you can do from there. It's easy.
It's over.
Yeah, this is gonna go 11-2. I'm kind of appalled by this. Did any of the analysts pick North? No, not on the desk at least.
I said they could win the first map, but I thought SK would win the series. So I got it completely wrong.
Wow.
So it was North win the first
Pimp's
round.
Not on the desk, but what did he say? He's Danish. He said North all the way.
He said 2-0 SK.
Oh, well, no one's getting trophy points this time. Taco, Fountain, not even really reacting as they walked around the corner. Group inside of the spawn by the tank, a tank by which they're running SK over with.
They are indeed. 3k per player now. They have to force by the last 2 rounds. No more ecos with the orb saved as well. Do what you can, boys, but this is looking bleak. After doing so well, 16-8 on Cobblestone. Looked amazing. And SK just dropped off completely. Final buy comes through for the Brazilian team. It's going to be 3 UMPs, and M4 for Phelps, and of course, oh, not Fallen on the orb. It's coldzera, in fact. Maybe a sign of things going wrong. I guess coldzera maybe saved the weapon from the previous round, so he'll keep it. Holding top and middle for now. Hasn't gone super aggressive with that one, just watching towards boiler room now. Config has been such a menace for them. In that apartments area, pre-firing every single angle and not missing a shot.
Cold at the ready on the AWP. Primary, the only op in the round. No one on SK, 14 rounds in, has more than 6 kills. Not what you would have fathomed.
No, indeed. Well, Taco doing what he can here with the utility. Full mid control obtained by North once again. Which is probably fine, but been so good at committing to this A site, and coldzera and co haven't really been able to hold it off at all. coldzera with the Augustine watching towards Arch. Looks like he'll have an opportunity to take a shot here. MSL on the other side, throws the flashbang though. Actually the smoke right on the corner. And you'll see that come up right now. coldzera has to fall back.
Ready for a wrap on quad, but they've given up arch. Yep, Cold realizes it late. They're a bit close, but he's found the first shot. Has to control. Re-entrance from Config, who jumps over top. Gets dinked up either way. It's just a pistol, and down goes Cold. Zera in the pit. Cajun jumps down. Speaking of pistols, Taco's taken out. And the bomb is planted with ample opportunity to win the round still with Config's position, waiting for Fur's arrival.
Shoves that PT50 down his throat in the pit as well. 3-on-2. The retake begins, but no kits available. No. Are they just saving the last round?
They're going to have to.
It's over.
Is he? No, he's okay. So he's baited Config up by doing that, perhaps making him think he was going to save. And it's worked because it lets Fallen go a little bit closer. If that's a call by Fallen, I quite like it. But there's still lots of work to be done. Finding AZ not looking. Nearly bypasses Cajun because if he'd done so, the bomb was in the corner and there was no access to it from the AWP. Fur is going to have to save for the last round. 12-2 for North. And forget your op, Cajun.
Wow.
I like how he doesn't go to the corner of the pit. No one's going to go there ever again. Thanks, Doja. You've ruined that for everyone.
Well, they got 16K on 3 players, so him losing the AWP, not a huge deal. 12-2. There's the shots from Cajun B. That did get a little bit dicey for them. You're right. I think they did try to bait out. They were saving by running towards spawn. Certainly gave them the winning opportunity, but Cajun B hitting that shot on your screen right now, that secured it. If he doesn't, potentially Fallen goes to the defuse there, but it would have taken 10 seconds. Final round of the first half. 2 rounds on the board for SK Gaming. AK saved in the previous round. With the maximum loss bonus, he can bring out a couple of M4s, some UMPs, and a reasonable amount of utility here. They need this desperately. It has to happen. If we're going to have any chance of a game here, they need at least 3 rounds.
Let's see if they can find a third. It's been a struggle. Last 2 maps, they've got 10 rounds combined. Contrast, stark contrast to how this all started for them, including yesterday's game. Cloud9, the other team in this group, along with Boot. Cloud9's no easy task. North versus Cloud9 for a decider makes perfect sense on paper. SK versus Cloud9 does not, because we know that they're nemesis to each other at times. SK's often had the upper hand. They met in the finals of Cologne. They met in the finals of Brazil. I think they'd like to meet in a deciding group match for Malmö. Alda backs his way up mid. They're already, again, controlling top middle. Another arch trap. Good find from Phelps. Ready for it this time. M4, one's already gone by. MSL spotted, I believe. So it should be a call to Fur, but he still has problems in Banana, and they're going to try and push through to get aggressive. If they can't claim both territories at once, might as well at least go aggressive on one. They're going to go by him in the smoke as well. He's gone back around. They're both in front. Good snap reads the fact that MSL's pushed through, but down he goes. Can't respond fast enough. The HP is low on the north side. 8 seconds. They'll get the bomb plant in, and a smoke towards CT means Cold desperately sprays through, and Config, he's anticipated the rotation of Taco early enough to get inside of Banana as Cold, with no kit, walks in. AWP in the corner. This is tense for Cold. If they want the third round, he's got to be quite swift and quick in his anticipation, walking further and further in. No peek from the AWP. Finds MSL, but he's got the read, he's got the angle, and he's got a 13th for North.
Really rough half there for SK Gaming, Matt. They went 5-0 down. That does happen sometimes. You force by in the second here, but this is looking like an instant lock-in for the north side. How do you come back from this sort of deficit? Just a shout-out Config as well. We've been gifted some stats here by DreamHack. They've given us a nice little tablet with everything we need to know on it, and apparently Config has got 12 trade frags. So that means as soon as his teammate goes down, within 3-second window, he finds the kill and return. So that's a very impressive stat to have, and apparently 8 entry kills as well. That doesn't sound 100% right, considering he's only got 14 kills, but...
That's, well, but trades could be entries,
I
think is the point.
So if you make it go down, he still does that. Yeah, okay.
There could be
Makes
some...
sense.
I think in my opinion, if you're the second man in and you're trading off the first guy, that's still an entry in my opinion.
Sure.
You're still opening a site.
Yeah.
I don't know if you agree with that.
I guess it's like, it's a bot, isn't it? So it's difficult
to
really work out what,
yeah.
So, but still, that's still 12 trades. That's really strong CS if you're getting those kills back as quickly as that. Good job by him. So on the screen right now, has been going from strength to strength in this North roster. 13-2. I'm sure you're all aware that SK Gaming have to win the pistol here.
32 kills combined for all of SK after the first half. No one above 7 kills. Config and Volda combined for 28 on 14 each. Not bad.
Oh my god. Well, SK, what have you got? Smokes, Molotovs, Molotov used towards the top of B at the very start to push back any CTs there, stopping the aggression coming through. That's successful for now. CTs do go back, and it's Config that's been headshot. One of the thorns in their side in the first half, and to be fair, throughout the series as well. SK will be finishing up towards B, smoking cores, and towards CT spawn, flashing over, and with a low HP Config there as well. They might be able to win this one as well. Occasionally he's rotated over, and he's gone down.
Good shot on MSL as well. Remember, pistols have been a problem for SK. They've won only one so far in this series. They look to improve upon that with good start, good lead in this round. Bomb planted as well toward the default position as Volda and AZ will work together. Quick prayer. Keep our confessions long, and when we pray, we keep it short as they go in through the chapel. Volda tries desperately to find the shot on Fur, but no answer from above to give him any help as Cold will take down AZ. It's 13-3, but a win for SK. And the start of what would be a very long comeback, to be fair.
No reason to force find the second round here, North, but they've gone for it. Trying to close this one out as quickly as possible, and I'm never a fan of this approach, especially when you have a huge lead like this. You'd rather close it out with all the utility and firepower you need in the first gun round. Sure, you can always win these rounds, but it's very unlikely. We'll see what they can do here. With the round number 17, SK with a bit of a lifeline there, winning the pistol, but still the scoreline is 13-3. A lot of work to do here. Smoke deployed towards the top of Banana. Config and MSL holding the corner. Warner tries to work out what's going on the other side. Dinks MSL as well in the process. Config now holds the broken wall position. SK know they need this round to lose it. Game's over. Still no reason why they can't get back into it. Comes to play. Config fully flashed. Surely he's dead. There it is. Warner takes him down.
Turns away just as his teammate flashes the corner. That'll give them a bit more encouragement on entry, but they're not all the way around yet. Bomb's still down. Stairs toward T-spawn. Fallen, MSL, good find. Taco, easy as well. B is open. Cajun rotates over early, and Taco's got both players on rotation. He trades back on one, Volda. Cajun again will wait inside of the church. We once saw a young man called Magisk wait inside of this chapel, or as it was ruins at the time, and get a nice ninja defuse. I highly doubt they're going to allow Cajun to do the same here. SK's not so careless when it comes to those, and they have found him already.
So negating the force buy, it was unlikely North going to win that one. I'm never a fan of it, but clean sweep pretty much for SK Gaming. They lose one frag there. The comeback begins. This is the third map of the first best of 3 of the day. We have 3 more winner games to go here, Matt. It's looking like North will be the first team to make it to the playoffs. But it's not over yet. We still have a chance. SK, a lot of work to do here, but
Nade
drops that.
Nade and then a few shots. Nade went a little bit deep, to be honest, but that was quick. Thank you, North. Thanks for moving along to the important bits. But the fastest round you'll ever see.
Yep, rushing down middle with a few nades. Hope for the best. Completely sprayed down. 13-5. North of the weak buy now. This is exactly why you don't force buy this sort of lead. Now you're coming in with 3 M4s, 2 Famases, no kits, no warp, and limited in terms of no incendiary. Well, you got 2 incendiaries now, but it's just not the best kind of buy. I'd rather, if you are going to lose this game, I'd rather do it knowing we didn't completely wreck our own economy, you know?
Yeah, you always are rather
I think most
adamant
teams
about that.
Should really start subscribing to that policy, especially if you're up against SK, who can get back into these games.
You know, they teach esports at some universities here in Denmark.
That's true.
Or across the water, I should say. We're in Sweden, let's be clear. Maybe you should sign up to teach CS Economics 101.
It could just be called Managing Your Economy.
With Henry G.
Yeah, an hour-long class once a week.
Ooh, I think an hour and a half at least.
Yeah, okay.
Let's be real. You got to get all that information in there. There's a lot. They have to understand the intricacies of suiciding in a Molotov.
Oh yeah, that's right. That is what you meant.
Navi, was it that did that? Yeah, twice, I think. 2 separate occasions.
That's pretty funny.
Speaking of Molotovs, one thrown to the corner that'll force back Config and leaves MSL to fight on his own. He gets one, but then goes down immediately after to Fallen. Trade favors the offense. Remember, thins out the defense. Gives them more of a chance to exploit any holes.
Well, 4-4 for now. 1 minute remaining. Don't have that Cajun B AWP. It's MSL to find a frag, but Fallen Quickly took him down. 2 players on either side of the map now for North. Valda and AZ holding A. Config exploring top of B right now, seeing if he can get any intel. KGB backs him up as well. KG might leave Config now, so he will indeed. And the final commitment comes through from Escape. Taco in the apartments. 3 players coming out of the boiler, presumably walking up quad. AZ holds a tiny gap there to try and take them down.
Spotted from AZ's position, but he's not quite clear on his intentions of how he wants to peek. Valda certainly is. Oh, Taco. He nearly went down, but it gives himself up and damage done. It's Cajun to get the shot immediately after. North find 14-2 to go to win the series and be the first team into the playoffs at Malmö. Imagine that. SK has to play tomorrow if that's the case.
It's true, and Valda finally showing what I built up in the pre-game. He's looked so good on the CT sides online recently. Good for 2 or 3 frags, it seems like, in every situation. Showing us a bit of that form after AZ got completely destroyed on the A site. It's now 14-5. And MSL and Config wanting to fight at B, it seems, as well. Hiding behind the wall. Using the smoke at the very start there. MSL and Config lie in wait as 4 players are on the other side.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bit more hope in blessing you than me.
Oh,
Phelps, good find on MSL Config, therefore has to go back in the site. Quick smoke. Gives him a chance to play a different angle rather than just going into the oranges. On abandonment, Cajun got the shot on Phelps. I thought it came from Config on a stray bullet. The oranges 1 will be fortified by 2 SK players who look towards CT. They're already going to save, play the long game on the north side. Give themselves more chances to win. Do it early as well. So this will go 14-6 for North. For North.
nothing really they can do here. But saving 3 weapons, that's certainly viable. Keeps them into at least a bye next round. KGB holding the library right now. Cold Zero and Fallen trying to hunt him down, though. Oh, goodness. That's going to be a head blown off Cage, I'm afraid. Lovely shot there from Cold Zero. AZ and Val now trying to save their weaponry. Every kill SK gets, it's going to be beneficial and bring them one step closer to getting back in this game. In terms of the money for North, they probably could have justified a force around with 3 weapons saved. Maybe not so much with just the 2, but they will go for it. CZs. And they're all in, and 5-7 for Cajun B. Trying to do what they can with AZ and Valda. What's the setup? Anything a little bit interesting or unique coming through here? Doesn't look like it. AZ and Valda. That's actually both weapons going towards the apartments. They might try and fight for the first 2 kills there. Oh, I think it's just going to be AZ who's been boosted up, actually. And AZ looks towards top middle right now. Oh, he's fell off. Hate to see that. Nice idea.
Yeah, it's a great idea. I once saw Rush get a kill while falling from that position.
Okay.
Back in his... Oof, was it on Optic? I don't even think it was Optic days. It was like NRG or someone. Nihil him. Phelps takes down Volda. Smoke inside of the ace site. Fur's able to get Cajun on the wraparound, but they almost line up for AZ. Till Cold gets the trade and the better of the exchange, meaning only 2 left for North on just the pistols. This should go SK's way. They'll cut the lead down to half and make it 14-7. I guess they don't really cut the lead. It's only 8-round lead. How does that work? That saying could be interpreted 2 different ways, Hank.
What's your interpretation?
Well, I was kind of meaning like they have half the amount of rounds as the opposition. But when you say cut the lead in half, that would mean like you go from being like 0-2 to 2-1.
The first one's better.
Yeah, well that's kind of how I said it. But yeah, because it's not really, you're not 8 rounds to 7 rounds isn't cutting it in half.
No, but you are right though. SK Gaming now only 7 rounds behind, and they could definitely still do this. It's North who got himself into, or painted himself into a bit of a corner, I guess, with the forced buy in the second round. Didn't have to be this way, but after winning that 1 round and getting reset again, they save an AK and a CZ. Money starting to dwindle. Fallen and Co know they're still in this. Get to double digits there. That's what I always say. That's the first protocol. Then you start to believe this could be a reality. No forced by this time from the Danish side. AK save for MSL. I'd be giving that to Config, if I'm honest, the way he's been playing so far, but he can hold on to it. Number 22, going a little bit further than I thought, to be honest, but Phelps trying to find the first picks. MSL in the open. Was never really going to find anything with that position. Flashbang came through from his teammate, but timing was a little bit off.
I would say I agree. I concur. Config. All the same, really. Goes back out. Flashed from his teammate to get a response frag. Brings us 4s. Smoke down, gap in it, but flames in front mean that they're not easy to see through. Phelps realizes it and backs off for some utility to be thrown. They know they've got a rotation. They knows that there's 2 there. He's heard them walking around, and as they try and boost up to see above the smoke and run through it, fair enough. Get fancy. You've got a lead. Might as well have some fun. They're going to head back over to Ward A. That's only got Cajun inside of the side, at least for now. AZ's just made it onto the library. And if they aren't too swift about their actions, you could have Config get into the fold as well, because he's joining with his teammate in the same position. But it's danger from the pits as the shots come through. Taco manages to get Cajun back, but only after a dink came out that lets AZ drive by and take down Cold, but the response is quite quick, and Cajun, Config again. I'm going to confuse them, I don't know why. Picking up an AK gets found. There's no reason to confuse those names, Henry. Why are you doing it?
I don't know. It seems to happen to me quite a lot. But round number 23 for... Oh, I was about to say a force play. It's not. Of course, it's a full buy for North, but a pause comes in. Timeout called by SK this time. Just going to be working out what kind of buy they're up against. Is the AWP a possibility? It's not. Cajun B down to an M4 once again. They really haven't got stable on the CD side in terms of their money whatsoever. We're actually going into round number 23. It's 6-1, so it's going to be round number 8. And they haven't had an AWP once on the CD side. And it's all kind of spiraled from that decision to force buy. We'll see where they can recover here. Money still not great. They don't have a single kit on the CD side. They've got the smokes and 4 incendiaries, but really want to get that AWP rolling. Especially for a player like Cajun B. Very good at holding defensive lines, hitting shots that really count. And it's a huge asset for that team, but still with a substantial lead. They should be fine overall. I don't see them throwing this game as of yet, but remember, this was a 13-2 first half. It's very rare to see anyone come back from that sort of scoreline.
Bird jumps up toward the window, and we'll go for the spray down at the hallway. Bust out your putty and dry cleaner. Dry cleaner? Drywall patching thing. That's just putty.
Don't know what you're on about.
Nah, it's fine. You know, sometimes it doesn't all work, you know? Brain's still on vacation. Oh, Config, I was about to say, is about to push down Banana and get position. He decides to spray through the smoke and immediately hits Phelps down to 13 HP. He's lucky to still be alive, more so because they'd have to go back and get the bomb if he perished in that position. But they'll work up forward toward the arch to make it 3 players from SK. MSL's on the other side of the smoke. Taco, he could enter from the apartments as soon as the entrance has been made on the other side, but he needs his teammates in position to distract because he cannot go off just Phelps. Phelps is too low to be a front man in the foray as they try and get closer. AZ, good fought on Fur. Cold's able to get Valda back, but it's AZ that wins out again against Cold, and now it's a 2 versus 2 with time ticking 36 to work with. But Phelps on low HP with Bomb. There's not really much room to wiggle with at all. Config, the good news is his thought that they might have wrapped through arching on back to B. That gives Fallen space to work.
Well, AZ, I thought he was done for that. Somehow lives to tell the tale. And now 20 seconds remaining. Fallen coming for the arch side. It's Phelps. He needs to be very careful there. Low HP with the bomb as well. AZ seems to have lost track of him. Gets this kill. That's pretty much round secure. Can't land a single bullet as of yet. Time ticking away. And if Fallen gets him, that could be the round as well. They will be planting safely now. Config, though, coming from the quad side. Doing what he can. Both of them relatively low, but it seems like North can't hit a single shot here in the moments that really matter. There it is. SK Gaming put another one on the board. 14-9. And money, once again, disappearing for North.
Smart from Fallen not to re-peek as well with his teammate planting in the side. If he went down, it's quite obvious where on low HP as well his teammate was, so he falls back and actually wins the shot. Keep on rolling. SK.
Yep.
5 rounds now the lead.
Oh, this would be so gutting for North if it all went horribly wrong.
Well, think of the consequences. You got a decider match. Phelps will burn Config. MSL back in this site, runs through flames of his own. He's down to 50 HP.
Well, they got an opening pick. That was thanks to Config pushing towards the top of barrels of Banana. He burned to a crisp after that. And still it's SK Gaming with the lead 4-3 now. In terms of the manpower here in round number 24. MSL 50 points of health, and the A-bomb side pretty much open for business there. It's only AZ's in the library. Well, not anymore. He goes down. Round complete. And Matt, the milestone, the first one I should say, has been achieved. SK find double digits.
Gotta love double digits. Fallen. Puts the bomb down to confirm it as MSL sits with the AK well out of the harm's way. He's got Cajun a little bit closer to make sure the information would be relayed if they push that position through library. Just a pistol for him, but it's enough to at least get the info, and they aren't going to pursue SK. At least not actively. Cold and Fur are doing it rather passively, if you will. Slowly checking each and every angle toward Banana. But you're right, this would be gutting, and its momentum completely halted. What's the change? What's the call? Because money as well. Where do we sit? Just enough with the 5th round bonus coming in that they'll be able to buy.
Yeah.
WP's available should they elect to go that route.
With MSL saving the AK as well, it'll be a decent buy for the first time here. As we enter round number 10, they can actually get the orbs out. That's just shocking from North, the fact that's happened. They got a little bit unlucky. The one round they did win, got reset after that, but it's just been a bad decision-making demonstration in terms of what kind of weapon they should be bringing out when they should be force buying. They've given SK a lifeline back into this game with the force buys, but Cajun B brings out the AWP for the first time. Config M4, no double orb set up here, which is certainly viable in Inferno. We're seeing it going out of fashion somewhat. This is the pause, and we'll be getting back into the game very shortly. Rugger's going to be feeling the pressure a little bit there, the coach for North. After having a 13-2 first half and finding himself a 14-10, things become very scary indeed. That massive lead he once had starting to evaporate now. Into round number 25. Fallen doesn't have the decent spawn, won't be able to pick Banana, but looking towards T-step for anyone going aggressive in the middle.
Boost up. Oh, just finds the booster.
Don't use Fallen's boost against him.
Yeah, exactly. SK knows how that one works.
Yeah. Pretty far in the corner. Down they go.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, a lot of people use it, but Fallen seems to, you're right, hit shots quite common in that position, probably more frequently than most. And still flashed off as well, goes all the way back towards CT. Cajun still inside of the B side as well, but SK are slowing things down, and I like to see it. You love to see it.
You do. Sometimes.
Well, you're right.
5-4 now. Don't have to see that. One of the big scalps to take on the north side as well. Configs dropped. Cajun B low HP as well, 40. And now SK waiting for any sort of CT reaction to come through. 2 players on either side in terms of the CT defense. Carter and AZ once again watching towards A. They've only picked up 1 round so far on the CT side. I can't imagine a world where they lose this game, and just that feeling inside your stomach. One of the reasons I stopped being a player, just that feeling when you lose those huge leads and it costs you potentially.
That's why you stopped being a player?
Well, it was one of the reasons. Just the feeling of losing in general. It's couldn't pick up anymore. There's a lot of that happening towards the end.
So sore loser, and I thought it was just lack of a UK scene. But I guess those two go hand in hand.
Yeah, they do. Perfectly, in fact.
Interesting. AZ pits close side below the balcony, waits to try and peek out. Vault has got the first kill, and that's when AZ strikes, but good response, Cold Zera. He gets both on the way through, and Phelps positions himself in accordance to the rotations from A, or rather from B, excuse me, onto A. Makes no mistake of it, it's another round SK. Just keep lining them up and knocking them down. This will be 6 in a row.
Cajun B gets a consolation frag, but ultimately gives a position here. They could hunt him down. Still a maximum loss bonus, of course, but saving the AWP means they can justify a force around it. I think at this point, probably not worth it, but still, he'll try and save the weapon. SK don't want to give anything away here, but they still have plenty of money. I think they can certainly at least flirt with the idea of trying to take down Cajun. Problem is, they know he'll be burrowed in somewhere on this B site, and he might just be able to take both of them down. He hides behind the coffins right now. Cold Zera coming in. Looks like he'll be fine. He'll be surviving this one. 14-11. 3 to difference now. Feels like only yesterday, Matt, we were saying 7 rounds. Halfway there.
Feels like only yesterday. Well, it feels like yesterday, Henry. I hate to say that's been a long time. Just yesterday. Just a round to go, maybe.
Have a pause coming in. Having a lot of those. I assume we've kept the same pause system, even though we've got the new coach rule here. So
we have. This is North with 2 remaining. This is their second one called, whereas SK has 1 remaining. They've called 3. And we are live again. According to the in-game, we are live again. I think this countdown more aligns with the freeze time as well. So either way, we get ready to rumble.
Partial buy from the CTs here. CZs, 5-7s. The AWP, of course, saved in the previous round. Not necessarily going all in to win this round, but still going to be a possibility for them. As soon as they get match point, I think they'll close it out. That's...
You think so, huh?
Yeah, that's when it's the pressure's released and you can get back into it. You're not thinking about the impossible, but here we go. Config with 2 frags, almost 3. Perfect flashbang there. I thought he gets a third of the headshot, but doesn't quite come in just yet.
That pressure for MSL, he just needs 1. If he gets 1, chance they can do something with it. They're trying to push down middle as well. It's Cajun B with the 8 WP as well at the top of ult mid right now, waiting for the backside of Banana to be exposed. Flash is over MSL. There's the one he needs. Bomb down. Maybe this is the time that they get map point with pistols at the 1 AWP. Now it's time to see if they do close it out, because thus far they've looked like they've had less defense than Conor McGregor, but they could still land the knockout blow.
Relevant, topical. I like your work. And
thank you.
There it is. Config with the Deagle shots at the start. Great flashbang synergy there. And like he said, MSL had to get 1. He does that, and AZ gets the last 2. Great work. And now they have managed to obtain round number 15. Series point now for the Danes. SK playing for overtime now. Can't afford to give a single round away. Could be a disappointing finish for them. As I said, I do feel like North wants to get to number 15 now when they find their mojo again, potentially. Get into round number 27 there. Smoke deployed.
It was 10 rounds for McGregor. It was 26 rounds for North. Maybe they should have kept the fight going. That's what they should have done. Just give him, you know, till round 26, and he might have got the one he needed.
Well, maybe next time.
I know Blue, an avid follower of boxing, was very, very adamant that he wanted the fight.
I'm glad he was like, analyzing it for me on Twitter, because I would have been lost about him.
No,
so,
I agree.
So it's good
I
that
agree.
he was keeping us.
He's a very, you know what? I think he should become a boxing commentator.
That could be the next move. We'll see what happens.
Knows his stuff. Fur will smoke off the arch side. Cajun backs off to be ready for anyone who wants to push through the wide side of said smoke. 3-2 split. Intended wrap through arch for one of the 2 perhaps to join on B. If they can bypass the CT players who have actually rotated MSL back to Speedway to be ready for such a play. Taco clearly wants to stay inside of A to catch rotations if that is what they want, but it's all about what they do on the B site in the moment. They've not gone for the Molotov play, and the last time we saw them do it was at the Major against Astralis. That's when they failed it. They've not brought it out in this particular tournament. Perhaps your theory is right. Get 1 and it might be done. MSL rotating back, finds Fall, and it's just Cold and Taco remaining. They walk out, bomb down. MSL with the kill. North is in the playoffs. There is no possible way SK has left this server. They are not pleased. Taco will stay because he's alive. Therefore, the round will at least come to its logical conclusion. But it's an illogical result in that no one predicted it. It's North 16-11 and a 2-1.